before I say a single word, I need you to look at these two clips. One of these was made in under 20 minutes using free AI tools. The other looks like it came from a Netflix short film. Can you tell which is which? If you guessed wrong, don't worry. Most people do. And that's exactly the point. The problem isn't the AI. The problem is nobody's teaching you to think like a director. You're writing prompts. You should be writing storyboards. Today I'm breaking down my complete, ultra-realistic Invideo AI workflow, step by step. By the end of this video, you'll never look at a boring, flat AI video the same way again. Let's get into it. Before we generate a single pixel, we need to understand what cinematic actually means. Because most people skip this part and wonder why their videos look cheap. Cinematic means your viewer stops asking, is this real, and starts feeling the story. There are exactly three things that create that feeling. Number one, motivated lighting. The light has a clear source. Think a sunset hitting a balcony, casting long, warm shadows. Flat, even lighting is the number one giveaway of cheap AI. It looks like a stock photo, not a film. Number two, intentional composition. Depth. A foreground, a midground, and a background. When everything is on the same flat plane, your brain reads it as fake. Give it layers. Number three, texture and micro details. The steam rising from a coffee cup, the grain on a wooden desk, the faint reflection in a window. These tiny things tell your viewer subconscious, this is real. Master these three: lighting, composition, texture, and you have the foundation of every cinematic shot we're going to build today. Alright, let's get into the actual workflow. Step 1. We start in Invideo's text-to-image tool, and we're going to create what I call our hero image. The hero image sets the entire visual DNA for your video. Every scene we build after this one will match it, so we need to get it right. First, I always upload a reference image. Find a still from a movie or a photographer's portfolio that has the lighting mood you love. You're not copying it, you're giving the AI an emotional target. Then, here's the prompt I'm using. A photorealistic close-up of a man in a tan jacket sitting on a modern balcony at sunset, holding a ceramic coffee cup. Cinematic lighting, shallow depth of field, 8K resolution. Notice the specificity. Tan jacket, modern balcony, sunset, ceramic cup, shallow depth of field. Every word is earning its place. Vague prompts get you vague results. Specific prompts get you cinema. And here's what we get. Look at that light. Look at that depth. This is our hero image. And now everything in our video is going to be built around it. Okay, this is the part most creators skip, and it's the reason their videos fall apart at the edit. We're moving to the boards feature inside Invideo Vision. Instead of generating one clip at a time and hoping they match, we're going to visualize our entire story in a single view. 9 scenes all at once. Here's the full narrative prompt I'm entering. A 9-scene cinematic sequence. Scene 1, close-up of a man on a balcony. Scene 2, wide shot drinking from a coffee cup with Matt written on it. Scene 3, he stands and walks toward the glass door. Scene 4, entering a modern dimly lit room. Scene 5, sitting at a high-end home office desk. Scene 6, over-the-shoulder shot of him typing. Scene 7, close-up of the Matt cup on the desk. Scene 8, the man looking focused at the monitor. Scene 9, wide shot of the complete home office setup. And now look at what we have. 9 frames all in one view. This is where your director's eye kicks in. Do you see the lighting shift between scene 1 and scene 4? Is the jacket consistent? Does the coffee cup with Matt on it look the same on the balcony as it does on the desk? You'd never catch these problems going clip by clip. The board makes the problem visible before it becomes a problem. This is the difference between prompting like an engineer and directing like a filmmaker. Let's say shot 2 on our board is almost perfect. The lighting is right, the composition is right, but the name on the coffee cup? It's blurry. Looks like Mart, not Matt. Here's what a beginner does. They regenerate the entire board and lose all the good work. Here's what we do. We use the magic box. I select that specific frame, I open the magic box, and I just talk to it. I say, refine the text on the coffee cup to clearly say Matt in a clean handwritten font. Natural language, no technical settings, no sliders. Just describe the change you want and the magic box handles it. You are polishing every ingredient before it ever turns into a video clip. Think of it like a chef's prep station. You wouldn't put a half-prepped ingredient into the oven and hope for the best. You finish the prep first. Now it's time to bring it all to life. We take our magic box perfected images and move them into the image to video workflow. The key key move here is using your refined image as the reference start frame. You're not starting from a text prompt, you're starting from a frame you have already approved. That's what locks character consistency. For models, I'm using Veo 3.1 or Kling 3. These are the highest fidelity options available right now, and the motion quality is genuinely impressive. For the balcony shot, my motion prompt is slow, steady dolly in towards the character as he takes a sip. For the home office, subtle handheld camera movement, character shifts slightly in chair while typing. Notice I'm not asking for dramatic action, I'm asking for camera intention, a dolly, a handheld feel, subtle movement that makes the shot feel alive without pulling focus from the character. And because we're anchored to that high quality vision image, the motion is fluid, the identity stays locked, and the lighting doesn't shift between frames. We're almost done. Now we move into the editor. This is where we bridge the gap from AI clip to cinema. Step 1. Trimming. AI video almost always has a subtle shimmer or flicker at the very first and last frame of a clip. Cut those frames. Usually it's less than half a second, but it's the difference between smooth and janky. Step 2. Sound design. This is massively underrated. Birds in the distance for the balcony. A low lo-fi beat under the office scene. Sound makes your viewer's brain complete the reality. Step 3. Transitions. Keep it simple. Crossfades, or better yet, use a match cut. Cuts from the coffee cup on the balcony directly to the coffee cup on the desk. Same object, different location. It's a professional filmmaker's trick, and it works beautifully here because we designed the consistency from the very beginning. This is why we spent time on the hero image. This is why we built the 9-scene board. Everything was pointing toward this edit. So here's what you just learned. You learned that cinematic isn't about a tool, it's about the thinking. Motivated lighting, intentional composition, texture, a hero image that says the DNA, a 9-scene board that catches problems before they happen, magic box refinements that polish every detail, and motion that feels real because it was built on a real foundation. When you use Invideo Vision to master your images first, you aren't just a prompt engineer, you are a filmmaker. If you want to go even deeper and learn how to edit, monetize, and grow with these videos, check out the link below. Join over 11,000 creators building together daily. Within the community, we also teach how to monetize these avatars through UGC for small brands, create AI influencers that review products, grow a niche page on socials, secure brand deals, offer these avatars as a service to businesses that want them, and more. The link is right below this video. I'll see you inside. And if this video helped you, smash the like button. Subscribe if you're not already. I put out new AI workflow videos every week. See you in the next one.